thank you so much for stopping by. Hi, my name is Nandria, and you guys see the wine, so you know we're gonna have a little chit chat video today. As you guys can tell by the title of this video, today we're gonna be talking about non-academic jobs. So for those of you who are new to my channel, I'm in my 5th and final year of my PhD program, and so this video was inspired literally by my journey throughout grad school. When I started my program, even when I was interviewing for programs, I knew for a fact that I did not want to go the traditional academic route simply because I could not see myself in a university, faculty, professor kind of setting. I knew I wanted to do something else. I wanted a job that was more so applied based than what I see in faculty positions. So ever since my first year of my program, I have been trying to figure out what exactly that job would look like and what are the options out there. I realized that not a lot of grad students are pushed this route simply because it's academia. They train you to become one of them. However, a lot of grad students now have been wanting to explore and look into non-academic jobs. So I wanted to make this video for anyone else who might be out there that is interested in non-academic jobs, but they might be confused as to where to start. So in this video today, I'll be sharing with you guys 4 tips that I think will be super helpful for someone who is interested in going the non-academic route. So go ahead and grab your wine, girl, and let's get this video started. So my first tip for you guys is going to be to have informational interviews. Informational interviews are one of the best ways to learn about different career paths and also to connect with people who are actually in the industry. Now, when I was starting my informational interviews, I did not know where to start. I was literally all over just like typing in things that I thought would pull up people that I wanted. But you guys, it is so much more easier than that. What I ended up doing was reaching out to faculty in my department and asking them if they knew anyone who got a PhD but ended up going non-academic route. And surprisingly, there were a few. So I would say this is where you're going to start tapping into people's networks. So reach out to people who are in your department or people who you already have connections with and see whether or not they have connections with people who have already navigated that career path. Another thing to do is also reach out to alumni of your school. Now this can be alumni from your undergraduate institution or your graduate institution. It really doesn't matter as long as they're doing something that you're interested in and you have some way to connect with them and be able to reach out to say, hey, I would like to talk to you to discuss your career in XYZ, and also see if you have any tips for someone who wants to transition out of academia. So in these interviews, you want to make sure to get as much information as possible that will help you figure out whether or not this career path is for you. So some of the things you're going to want to ask are, what are your day-to-day tasks? What do your days look like? What kind of skills did you use from your PhD program that have been beneficial for you in your position currently? And also, if they are in that industry, they also probably know other people who have navigated that same transition as well. So don't be afraid to ask them if they know anyone else that they think that you should reach out to for more information about that career. These conversations give you real insights into the possible jobs there are for you and really help shape your job search. These people can even serve as your starting connections for your job search. Later on down the line when you're actually applying for jobs, these can serve as referrals or at least help guide you in the right direction when it's time for you to apply. So make sure to go ahead and schedule yourself some informational interviews. Tip number 2 is going to be to attend conferences and network. If you haven't already, go ahead and check out my vlog where I attended my first fall conference because this is exactly the kind of thing that I want you guys to do. Networking at conferences are especially useful for finding non-academic roles, especially since many employers and industry professionals attend these conferences to recruit and connect with upcoming talent. So first, I would say find a conference that you think is going to be a good fit for you. Do your research on people that actually attend these conferences to see if the work that they do or the people that they hire align with your goals, your research interests, and you as a person. And then when you're at these conferences, be strategic about how you network. When I went to my conferences, I made sure to look up the companies that I was interested in because many of them were at that conference. And I made sure to attend those sessions where they were presenting their work. This allows me to not only see the people that work there, but also see the work that they do there. Now, some of these conferences also have employee booths or employer booths. And these are gonna be kind of like stands where the employer is set up, and it is a way for you to actually talk to them one-on-one. And if you've never thought you needed an elevator pitch, best believe you're gonna need an elevator pitch there, because I definitely utilized an elevator pitch when I went up to these booths, so I can make sure that they know what I do as a researcher and they can already tell me whether or not it is a good fit. It doesn't have to be long. You simply say who you are, what your research interest is, and what you want to do after. So for example, I would be like, like, hi, my name is Nandria. I'm in my final year of my PhD program, and my research looks to understand the different factors that impact educational achievement. I hope to do research that impacts educational equity once I graduate. Simple as that. That wasn't my exact elevator pitch, but you guys get the gist, okay? You want to make sure that they get exactly what it is that you're interested in and what you want to do. And then the most important thing after attending these conferences is to follow up with these people. You guys, don't just let the conversation go to waste. Make sure to connect with them on LinkedIn. Grab an email or something that you can use to contact them, because this is going to be useful for when it's time for you to apply to jobs or time for you to even look for jobs. You can reach out and be like, hey, I'm on the job market. Do you know of any jobs that might be of interest to you? Or if you actually develop a real genuine connection with someone, they might even allow you to put their name down for your application. And this right there already shows the company that you have a connection with someone who works there, so you probably already are a good fit for the job. So make sure to attend those conferences and network. Tip number 3 is going to be to tailor your resume and your LinkedIn profile to non-academic roles. Now, y'all, I'm gonna be very honest, this is something I have been very much struggling with lately. Academia, they have CVs. If you don't know the difference between a CV and a resume, long story short, a CV is just much longer, where a resume is tailored for that specific job and it's much shorter. It's probably like, if you are in a PhD program, they expect 2, maybe 3 pages for a resume, but a CV is like your entire academic career. Like, I literally have stuff from like my sophomore year of college on there. I've had a CV for so long, sometimes it's so hard for me to concise it for a resume. But these non-academic roles, y'all, they don't care about everything you've done. They want to know what skills you've built that is relevant for them and for the role that you are interested in. So I would say, and this is something that I have been using very heavily, is to reach out to your career center or any type of career person that can offer you some advice. I have reached out to my career person once a month just for us to keep going and fine-tuning. You also have to keep in mind that once you have a job you're interested in, you will have to pick and pull things from your CV or resume, whatever have you, to make sure that it's a good fit for it. So one advice that my career person gave me that I would love to give to you guys is to have a master document for both. So I have a master resume and I have a master CV. So while I'm doing these applications for these specific jobs, I make sure to look through the job description, highlight what it is that they're really looking for, and tailor a resume to them. So I pull from the master document, and that way that can help me concise it a little bit more. You also want to get familiar with the terms that are used in non-academic jobs. Academia has its own language, and so do these industry jobs. So you want to make sure that when you're tailoring your resume and your LinkedIn page, you're utilizing the same terms that they're using. And my last kind of tip for this thing is kind of like twofold. The first is going to be, you want to emphasize the skills and experiences that are transferable in these positions. So for example, you want to highlight project management. You want to highlight data analysis. Any skill that's going to showcase your value to a non-academic organization. And at first, it's going to be very tricky because you're going to be like, what the hell? How do I take this and turn it into this? But best believe, you guys, you can definitely do it. It's much easier than you think. And also, don't be afraid to use ChatGPT, okay? That tool has been coming in clutch for me, okay? Now, I'm not saying write your whole resume and CV using ChatGPT, but if you need helping with wording or helping with pulling out those transferable skills, definitely utilize that because it has been a great tool for me. Now, my last tip for you guys is to utilize as many resources as you can to stay on top of these jobs. When it comes to academia, they usually have kind of like a full cycle at like the school year, and you start in the summer to the fall. Whereas these jobs is kind of a little bit more sporadic. There are some jobs that post similar to the academic job cycle, but there are a lot who kind of post as needed. They might have an opening in February and they want someone to start in June, or they might have an opening in December but they want someone to start in February. Like, it's very sporadic and there isn't really like a system to it. So you really want to make sure that you stay on top of it. So utilize things like LinkedIn, Indeed, Glassdoor. Those are going to be your job boards that are going to be very helpful for finding those jobs. Use those filter options, and also make sure that you're looking for jobs that are posted recently with less than 100 applicants, because you don't want to waste your time. Preparing job materials is a lot of work, so you want to make sure that you're putting your best foot forward. You also want to try and join professional groups. Now, I haven't so far found a professional group that is a good fit for me, but I know that there are many out there for different industries and different kind of areas of interest. So look for those that might be a good fit for you, because people might be posting job openings or people might be reaching out to other people about jobs. So that's another way to find out about jobs. These professional groups are also a great way to expand your network, which also will help you find more jobs. So connect with those people in there. Going back to my first tip, try and have some informational interviews with them and really try to utilize this to your benefit. And don't forget your network, okay? Your network will probably be your best bet in finding jobs. So making sure to stay connected with those people, following them, following the jobs that they post to see whether or not jobs pop up. This is going to be a very long process, you guys, but I promise you, little progress is better than no progress. Stay motivated and keep pushing forward, because if you're doing what you have to do, best believe you're gonna find something that's gonna be perfect for you. All right, y'all, we have reached the end of this video, and I want to just emphasize that finding the right role is going to be a journey. I am in 3 months into this journey, and best believe, girl, I'm tired, but I am pushing through. So be patient with yourself, be patient with the process, and just enjoy the journey. If you have any further questions about navigating the non-academic job market, please drop them down below in the comments and I'll make sure to get to them. And also, I would love to hear about your own job search or any tips that you have found helpful while navigating this journey. Don't forget to subscribe if you want more content on grad school, career tips, and navigating just the non-academic job market in general. And I will see you guys in the next one.